Hello and welcome back to our channel. Seven warning signs of a delicate male ego. Numerous men harbor a strong desire to be the provider, protector, and troubleshooter, or at least to be perceived as such. However, challenges arise when a man possesses a delicate ego. Regrettably, if these individuals fall short of fulfilling those roles, their egos may suffer even greater harm. Today, we'll delve into 7 indicators that reveal a man may be grappling with his ego. If you find yourself wrestling with the challenges of a fragile male ego syndrome, you're in the right space. Don't be too hard on yourself. The fact that you're here, seeking understanding and improvement, demonstrates your commitment to personal growth. Are you prepared to explore the intricacies of the fragile male ego? Let's unravel the essence of what it truly entails. What does a fragile male ego entail? A fragile male ego is characterized by a man whose confidence is deeply tied to traditional masculine ideals, making him sensitive to any form of challenge. It becomes evident when a man struggles to brush off losing a game or reacts defensively to a lighthearted tease about his style. This defensive response is noticeable when someone suggests he's not invincible. There might be sulking after correction or an exaggerated display of abilities when doubted. It goes beyond mere upset feelings. It reflects a man who struggles to cope with threats to his macho image and adopts a tough facade to conceal his insecurities. It occurs when a man believes he must constantly conform to a robust, stoic image, hindering his genuine growth and adaptability. 7 indications of a sensitive male ego. 1. He takes defeat poorly and boasts excessively when victorious. For an individual with a fragile ego, every game or competition, no matter how minor, feels like it carries significant stakes. Losing isn't just a defeat. It's perceived as a direct blow to his identity, causing irritability or distress, because, in his perspective, losing equates to weakness. Conversely, winning isn't merely a triumph in the game. It serves as validation. Over-celebration or excessive boasting follows, providing a temporary boost to his ego and reaffirming his sense of worth. The victory celebration goes beyond simple joy. It's a public spectacle, a way of proclaiming, "Look at me, I'm strong, capable, and a winner." It's an effort to cement his position in the hierarchy. 2. He always insists he is right, regardless of the circumstances. A prominent indicator of a fragile male ego is the reluctance to admit not knowing something, such as the route to a destination. Acknowledging a lack of knowledge or making a mistake is perceived as a sign of defeat. He links seeking help or admitting errors to displaying weakness, preferring to persist stubbornly on the wrong path or continue arguing a point. This behavior serves as a defense mechanism. By avoiding concessions, he believes he is upholding an image of competence and strength. It unveils an underlying insecurity, a concern that admitting ignorance or fault will diminish his standing in the eyes of others and, more significantly, in his own self-perception. 3. To him, receiving feedback seems like a personal assault. Navigating a delicate male ego is akin to traversing a field of landmines, especially within the context of relationships. When faced with well-intentioned advice, it's common for him to become defensive. He interprets such critiques as attacks on his morality or competence, rather than as tools for personal growth and improvement. Any perceived threat to his self-esteem and beliefs can rapidly escalate his defensiveness into anger or irritation, prompting a strong and combative response. Ultimately, rather than reflecting on the feedback, he reacts defensively, deeming it a direct assault on his self-worth and pride. 4. He excels in displaying a showy demeanor. A prominent indication of a fragile ego is the constant need for validation. When a man consistently redirects conversations to highlight his achievements or possessions, it raises a warning that he seeks external affirmation. He might be the individual always ready with a story about his latest success or material acquisition, whether it's a new car or a job promotion. It goes beyond merely sharing good news. It's a subtle attempt to garner compliments and admiration. This behavior stems from an underlying insecurity. Deep down, he may harbor doubts about his worth or fear that he isn't enough as he is. By accentuating his status symbols or accomplishments, he endeavors to elevate his standing in the eyes of others, fortifying his self-esteem through their reactions. 5. Assigns excessive significance to physical appearance. Recognizing a fragile ego involves an overwhelming desire to project superiority over others. The yearning is to be perceived as incredibly successful, possessing high social standing, attractive looks, stylish attire, luxury cars, and an elegant home. There's a tendency to utter intelligent remarks to appear well-read and knowledgeable. Nevertheless, vulnerability sets in when others uncover the authentic. Simply being liked is insufficient. There's a need for others to regard you as superior to everyone else. Regrettably, individuals with this mindset often face financial challenges while tending to their fractured egos. 6. He exhibits significant control tendencies within his relationships. Men grappling with fragile male ego syndrome often exhibit a high level of control, particularly in their romantic relationships. The presence of a fragile male ego in relationships is undoubtedly one of the most unappealing traits. Such individuals may dictate what their partners wear or whom they spend time with, often mistakenly equating bossiness with confidence. In reality, they may be grappling with self-doubt and believe that asserting control will provide a sense of security. The impulse to control stems from a fear of the unknown or a perception that importance is derived solely from being in charge. Establishing rules is an attempt to ward off surprises and maintain a facade of confidence. However, this form of control doesn't reflect genuine confidence. True confidence involves trusting and respecting one's partner, not attempting to exert control over them. 7. He finds it easy to joke about others, but struggles with humor directed at himself. When teasing a guy with a fragile male ego, you might notice a sudden shift from laughter to seriousness. To him, a playful jest comes across as a hurtful jab. His sensitivity causes him to take the joke to heart, particularly if it touches on something he's already uncertain about. In response, he might counter with a sharp comeback to convey that he's unaffected, or he might withdraw and become quiet, attempting to shield his feelings. Essentially, he's striving to protect his pride from potential harm in what is meant to be a light-hearted exchange. Conclusion. Fragile egos have the potential to impact various aspects of a person's life, including job performance, finances, relationships, and overall attitude toward others. However, the positive news is that these fragile egos can be fortified, leading to the development of a healthier outlook. By comprehending these behaviors, an individual can acquire the skills to confront challenges with increased confidence, approach feedback with a growth mindset, and view vulnerability as a source of strength. The essence lies in evolving into someone who appreciates their worth for who they are, not solely based on what they can demonstrate to others. Thanks for watching.